Hey, Teddy. You look handsome. Hey, Teddy. Teddy. See your face. You look handsome. You feel better since you got a haircut? Hey. Hey, Ella. You okay? Did someone scare you? You look good. She's like, what are you doing? Yeah. Okay. You got a haircut. Saturday night, dusk in the dog pound. Had a lot of rain. Was not able to cut all of the grass, so I still need to cut inside this fence line. I was able to trim. Able to do some trimming around the edges here. So I did get that done. We also did some work on the hill over there. I'll show you that in a minute. Trying to get some of the monster weeds out. So birds aren't quite as loud as usual. Kind of a cool day for North Georgia. I think we're in the high 60s right now, mid 60s. Overcast. Like I said, we've had a lot of rain. That rose bush is looking good. Check it out. The other's not as good, but you know, they'll get there. The beans like the rain. There's some snow peas out here. You can pick them, I think. Hope we get beets. They're on the way, I think. Turnips over there. More beans, squashes, zucchini. I don't know if they're ready, but yeah, these peas, yeah, snow peas. Oops. Sorry, I had that magnified there. Okay, so honeysuckle, love it. I think that bird's fussing at me. He's like, you're in my territory, man. So this little blue birdhouse, you noticed last night it's occupied. Some little birds. If you look real close, you might be able to tell it's moving. That's not the wind doing that. It's occupied. We saw a lot of activity coming in and out of it last night. So. Spent some time out here this morning. Out here now, trying to clear some of these. Well, we did clear a lot of monster huge weeds that were just like taking over here. It was getting rough. It was getting bad. And I was out here last night, and I was by this big bush over here, and I spooked a rabbit. He just streaked right down the line here. All I saw was a white tail. It was a big rabbit too. Big one. Yep. So I want to talk about several things. I'm going to talk about two very annoying trends that I'm starting to see. And also something about Trump that I'm not happy what he's doing. Like I've said from day one, I'm glad I voted for him. To me, he was the only choice, really. And I'll call out the good things, which I do a lot. But I'm also going to call out the things that are not good, or that I don't agree with. That may be dumb. I'm going to point that out. I also have a terrific passage I'm going to share with you towards the end of the video, so stay tuned for that. Hey Ella, what you doing? Hey Ella. Ella just told me that she wants me to ask me when I'm going to cut the grass inside the fence because she doesn't want to get her little paws wet. Is that what you said to me? Yeah, okay. I'll do it soon, I promise. Teddy don't seem to mind. He'll chase that ball regardless, even if it's snowing. Hello, I'm back. So after we did some work out here earlier today, we went out and got a few things. Went to some stores, went to 2 large chain grocery stores. They seemed very normal, well stocked, nothing out of the ordinary. They were the normal crowd, maybe just a little slower than usual actually. No wait at the registers. So you know, we didn't have to use self-checkout. Now, annoying trend number 1 is, I have 2. Number 1 is, what is with, like, when you go into these large hardware, you know, the big box store, hardware stores like your Lowe's or your Home Depots. You know, I just want to go in there and get my stuff, okay? I don't want to be solicited. I need to hang a no solicitation sign around my neck. You know, I mean, right?
Yeah.
What do you think, Ms. Dawg? I mean,
it was annoying.
It's annoying. I mean, when you walk in, they catch you right when you're walking. You can't get through the door without walking by one of them. Like
that one wasn't so bad though.
That first one was about credit, having a credit card there, right? Something like that. So we're like, we're good. She was nice. And then the one when we walk out was fine. He was fine. They're trying to upsell you or sell you HVAC services. We're good. But the really, that's annoying. But the really annoying one was while we were walking around in the store, there was a young man walking around and saying, what was it? He was trying to sell gutter guards, little things over your gutters. And I'm like, nah, we're good. Dude keeps on like aggressive.
Mm-hmm.
Very. And I'm like,
kept following us.
No, like following us. I'm like, no. Ms. Dawg was like, talk to the hand, I'm out. We're walking. I'm like, man, dude, they're gonna force me to be rude. I'm really not a rude person. Right. I mean, I'm the opposite. But you're going to force me to be rude if you continue this line, you know?
He did it to other people too.
He was doing it to others. We weren't the only one. I'm like, I don't know how else to say no, dude.
Yeah, no should be sufficient. Move on.
One no is sufficient. But I've noticed this a lot going to these stores and, you know, and I don't mind so much, you know, the Girl Scout cookies tables and all that. That's annoying too. But, you know, it's Girl Scout cookies, okay? I don't care. It don't bother me so much. It really doesn't. Or the Little League thing where they're trying to raise some money. They're little kids. I'm gonna smile and I'm gonna, you know, I'm not gonna give them a hard time. But this is annoying.
It wasn't a little kid.
Yeah, it's not kids. Annoying trend number 1. Annoying trend number 2 is, I guess, yeah, I might have 3 of them. Annoying trend number 2 is people need to put some clothes on. You cover up your body. Especially the ones that have no business not covering up their body. That's the best way I can put it. I'm like, come on.
Dog rant.
at a box store, hardware store. It's Saturday afternoon, not Saturday at midnight. Anyway, I've become an old get off my lawn man. But anyway, no, it's just like, God, come on. No, don't do that. That's bad. That looks bad. You know. And yeah, I went, you know, I had my t-shirt on, I got my hat on, but I'm covering up my body. What do you think, Ms. Dawg? I mean, dang.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're going around in the gardening section of this big box store. And we just want to get some pretty little flowers, like a little 6-pack to put on the top of the green stalk, you know. Man.
Fill in the rest of the holes in the green stalk.
Fill in the rest of the holes, yeah. And the prices are, we're not going to pay that. I mean, that's insane.
Nope.
And they don't even look that good.
Mm-mm.
We looked
They're
at two.
half dead.
We looked at 2 places. Yeah, we looked at 2 places. Yeah, we went to both. We went to Lowe's and Home Depot. We and that's what we were near. We weren't near any other big store like that. So that was our choices today. So, you know.
Yeah, couldn't go too far because we had to go get the dogs.
Yeah, we had the dog. Yeah, we that's true. We did all this while the dogs are being groomed. So we just stay out and do that way. That way we don't waste a lot of gas coming all the way back home and all that kind of stuff. So it works out. It works out good. So good groomer, very reasonably priced. They look good. Ella looks like she got some grass on her already, but that happens. But so we didn't buy. We walked out without buying. I don't think we bought a thing there. I think we used our bathroom.
Yep, we did.
Talk about changing gears here. Anything else about the store you want to mention? Everything looks stocked well in the grocery store parts, you know. And
there weren't many people.
There weren't many people. Yeah, I mean, this is Saturday afternoon. Even in the gardening section of the Lowe's and Home Depot, pretty sparse. I mean, it's May, so you know it could be we're near the first of the month. And people are buying food.
Yep.
And they should be. But you know, also I saw, now this is changing gears here. This actor, Ralph, I'm probably not going to say his last name right. Cifaretto. I don't know. Anyway, he is 73 years old. He was an actor on that show, The Sopranos. It's a very popular show. I didn't really watch it, but anyway, he said that he is uncomfortable. He's moving to Portugal.
Okay.
He's moving to Portugal. He's uncomfortable living here in the United States under the current administration.
Okay.
Oh, bye. See you later.
Everybody's uncomfortable financially.
Yeah, we are, aren't we?
Unless you live in Hollywood.
He's not uncomfortable financially, I'm sure.
No, sure not.
He's living in his own little Hollywood bubble, I guess. But if you don't go to Portugal, well, good luck. You know, get you a generator because you might need it. Generator, flashlights, extra batteries, stock up, mister. So, bye. You don't have to come back. They always come back.
Yep.
Almost always come back. I just had to throw that one in there. All right, what do I not like about what Trump's doing? So, first, before I say that, let me just say that I'm still glad that I voted for him. In my opinion, it's, like I said before, there was only one choice.
Yep.
The alternative is unthinkable. And I like most of what he's doing. Now, this came out a couple of days ago, I guess, this rare earth mineral deal or whatever he's doing with, or apparently doing, who knows, with the Z-Man and UKR. Which, you know, first of all, we never stopped sending them stuff, which he said we're going to stop sending them the money and all that stuff.
On day one.
On day one. That didn't happen. We keep sending stuff, money, who knows what, weapons, but that's going to continue and probably increase. And like you said, you know, I could see getting something out of, you know, in return with the rare earth mineral deal, but
For what we've already sent them.
For what we've already sent them, yeah. And so this means that we're going to have people on the ground there. Mining. Supposedly there's a war going on. Is there really? It looks like it, but I'm not there. You're not there. So what's really going on? I don't like it. We shouldn't send them one more thin dime of our money. It's our money.
They need to fix things here first.
It's still our money. Stop sending it there. Fix stuff here.
Yeah. There's a lot here that needs to be fixed.
It's spending a lot of time with the foreign people, but with the world leaders. But hello, we're here.
Yep.
We elected you.
Struggling.
We're struggling. And many are struggling worse than we are. Way worse.
Yeah.
I'm seeing more homeless every day. I saw a couple of them walking not far from our neighborhood. Backpacks. I know what homeless look like, believe me. And we're a good, I don't know, from public transportation, we're probably a good 14, 15 miles from the closest public transportation stop. This was a man and a woman. Looked like in their 30s, maybe older. Because a lot of times from a distance they look younger. You get up close to them and they look a lot older and they're weathered.
Sound of the alarm.
They detect somebody walking by our street, so.
Some kids.
Yes. Okay, we're back now that the kids walk by the house, so by the property. So I think we're okay. Ella had to go get water after barking like that and take a break, probably. Anyway, but excuse my rants tonight, but you know, I just have to get these things out there, right? Ms. Dawg, what do you think? Anything from your?
I got one more. How about never-ending road construction?
I like that. I mean, I like that rant, yeah. Never-ending road construction. Many of you probably, no matter where you live, you're probably seeing this, but we see it all the time.
Had to take a detour today.
We had to take a detour, and we're it's not like we're in the city. I mean, we're a good 10 to 15 miles out of a city, even a small city. So, Teddy. So, you know, so there's another one. What else? I think that's about it. Maybe that's our only complaint. Maybe that's all of our complaints for tonight.
We're just grumpy.
We just grump. Maybe we just sound grumpy, don't we?
Yeah.
But no, we're just, you know, we just see stuff, and you know, like we were talking about when we ate dinner. It's like we come from a different time. You know, a different time when we were taught to be considerate and you know, clothe our bodies and
use your inside voice.
Use your inside voice when you're at a restaurant or store or wherever. If not, we were reprimanded, let's say.
Yeah.
And it didn't happen again. There was discipline. I'm going to go to a passage. It's from Proverbs chapter 22, verse 9 says, "The generous will themselves be blessed, for they share their food with the poor." They share their food with the poor. Now, you can share a lot of things. If you can share food, that's great too. In fact, I think it's better to give a poor person or a homeless person food than it is cash. But, you know, that gets complicated. It's not for everybody. That's okay. But if you have the chance, and they don't have to be homeless. They could just be a neighbor that is needy or in need or is going through something, grief or illness or recovery, you know, and if you have a chance, you know, look after them or just check on them, bring them some cookies, bring them something you made. I nothing wrong with that. I think that's good. It's some, you know, it's not something monetary necessarily. It's something that you thought about and you're sharing it with them. And that has that hits people differently, you know, than just give them a couple of dollars, you know. So let's keep that in mind. I could do more of that too. You know, we could. So something to keep in mind when you have a chance, do it. Makes you feel good too. It's both ways. It makes you feel really good. All right. Anything else, Mrs. Dawg?
Nope.
I feel like I'm forgetting something.
Did you read the passage?
I just read it. Proverbs 22:9. Teddy's trying to get me to throw his ball. He's staring at me down here.
Come here, Teddy. Bring it to me.
Anyway, share your thoughts.
Come here.
We're in a weekend. Be safe. You hear him? Be safe. God bless y'all. I'll see you soon.